if you look at this sample resume one, it will shows the quality of the person. This is the bad category of resume. This is the poor resume category. Why? Because the person has used the tick mark instead of the bullet points. Never use numeric number, never use tick mark, always use bullet point. Second, if you read the line, you will not get the feel of star approach. Like see this, develop and drive new business in finance in India. Now this line is incomplete. What type of business? What is the duration of that business? Who is the target market segment? And what was your accomplishment? What was your role here? What was your outcome? Nothing has mentioned. So this will not add any value in your profile. Now let me show you the sample resume. The second resume will be much better than this. Now see the second resume. This is much better than previous one, but still it is not perfect. Why? It is an average category of resume. Now what is the problem here? The problem is it is so much overcrowded. Your eyes start paining where the sentence is beginning and where it is ending. Let me give a very simple example. Suppose you are using WhatsApp. If suppose someone is sending you long paragraph on the WhatsApp, whether you will try to read that particular lengthy paragraph, you immediately scroll up and go to the next message. Now, if you are not reading a bulky paragraph, how come you expect that recruiter will go through your complete resume and read those bulky lines? Nobody has time. Literally, nobody has time. Nobody wants to give the pain in their eyes to go through the resume. It's very difficult. So they will feel lost while starting reading your resume. So don't make it overcrowded like this. Give ample space in between so that it will increase your readability of the resume. So this is an average category resume. Despite you have used the data point in star format, but still it is not readable. Now let me show you the best category of resume. So this is a snapshot of the best category resume. You can see now the person has given the ample point on the left, on the right, and now it is completely readable. And each and every line is beautifully crafted. Like see, there's only 3 bullet points are there. Maximum is 5, but the person has used 3. And see this, how the person has mentioned those lines. Like see this, designed a marketing strategy for which they mentioned for the organic farmers, why they did to relaunch their product. What was the outcome? They improved the sales margin by 20%. Means I am telling like in a different manner, आपने काम किया, क्यों किया, किसके लिए किया और क्या achievement था. Everything is mentioned in this particular profile. Same is applicable for the point number 1, point number 3. Okay, so I am sharing one sample resume. Okay, so you can have a look. Your name, email ID, contact number has been mentioned at the top, and then you can mention your education, whatever the college you worked on. So I am sharing the best format with you on the screen. You can have a look on that. That this person has did the MBA from ISB. So during the ISB, what she did, she mentioned each and everything in just 3 to 4 lines only. Although she has worked on multiple societies, but she mentioned only 3 or 4 societies only. And in this one line, she has mentioned the impact, like semi-finalists, 2 out of 56 teams, what she did as part of this event, she clearly mentioned. And she led the marketing team and mentioned that she increased the speaker and guest outreach by 30% and wrote the press release note for the ISB website. So each and every line has been beautifully crafted in just 1 sentence and 1 bullet point. And make sure whatever the points you are mentioning, it should be complete. It should not be incomplete. And highlight only major bullet points only. Similarly, for the graduation, like she did the BTech, and 2 major achievements she mentioned, that topper 10% of the university. And for the robotics club president, she mentioned the scholarship amount and the 30% increase YOY for the additional expenses she has covered. Coming to the experience, you mentioned, you can see that working as a analytics manager, what was the roles and responsibilities, and she mentioned the key responsibilities, like the bold, the keywords are your action verbs, and each and every data point has been mentioned here. If you don't have the data point, that's okay. But what you achieve, you need to be very specific, like designed wireframe for the minimum viable product, for which KPI dashboard through the collaboration of this particular leadership team. Each and every bullet point should be there. Or you can present your work experience in a different manner also. How? Let me show you. Suppose you worked on multiple roles. Then you can create multiple buckets. buckets, just like suppose if you see the second experience as a software engineer, then you can mention the buckets as product strategy, initiatives, key achievements, as well as you can mention like this process and cost optimization. Suppose if you are applying for sales and marketing role, or suppose if you are applying for business development executive role, then these bucket will help you. If you see as a recruiter point of view, you see, understand this candidate also worked in cost optimization, take a new initiative also. She also get awards also, as well as she designed the strategy of the product. This person is the right fit for the business development manager role or executive role. So you can create a bucket and you can mention those bullet points in different categories. Okay, so there are two different ways. Either you can directly mention as key responsibilities, or either you can create the different buckets and highlight those experiences. These are the two different ways you can highlight your experiences. Similarly, those who are entrepreneurs here, I am sure those few people are entrepreneurs in the session. How you can highlight? You can mention what you achieved as an entrepreneur. What was the achievement in terms of sales, in terms of customer acquisition, in terms of corporate clients. You need to mention as your achievements, and what new initiatives you have taken as part your own entrepreneurship journey. And lastly, you can mention about your extracurricular activities. Now see this, how this person has mentioned the extracurricular activities. See this, I give you the focus on last point. As a placement site coordinator, you have increased the resume review, placement preparation by 3 times, from one session per month to 3 sessions per month. Similarly, as a member of Women Helpline Club cell, what you did, you conducted seminars, you led a team of 20 members, increased the availability of 24/7 cabs by 100%. So that's how you can showcase your leadership potential in just 1 page only. But if you go through this resume, it is not overcrowded. You have given ample space in between also, and it is only just 1 page only. That is the smartest way to create impression through resume. Okay. Now I am going to share few tips on your LinkedIn profile also. Why? Because this is very, very important. If you are going to search the job from the LinkedIn profile, this will automatically create your digital resume copy. And digital resume is having 2 page to 3 page of your data. Typically your CV is 1 page, but this LinkedIn profile will automatically generate digital copy of a resume, which is beyond 1 page, because it is having so many ingredients. Most of the ingredients are matching with the textual resume, but 3 ingredients are different. Let me explain these 3 ingredients. The first ingredient is tagline, second is your about me, and third is the recommendation. Rest all the ingredients are same as compared to a textual resume. I will not repeat all other parameters. I will explain only tagline, about me, and recommendation. Tagline means this is the tagline. This tagline is meant for the recruiter who is going to search based upon the keywords. Like suppose if you mention as product manager, or you did MBA, or you mention about your catchy tagline, impact driven marketing, or you know about agile or software development, then based upon this catchy tagline, the recruiter will search. Suppose if I am a recruiter, I want to search for a person who is MBA graduate and working as a product manager, so that I can give the role of a senior product manager. Then when I type the search keywords like product manager and MBA, then automatically I will get this person profile, which is matching those keywords. But if you don't highlight those keywords in your tagline, then nobody is going to have a look on your LinkedIn profile. So make sure you should mention the desired keyword in your tagline. Coming to the about me, this about me is having 1000 word limit. Now this in 1000 word limit, you need to specify about yourself. You need to specify either at a first person or third person. But how you can write it? This is the same answer which you are giving to the interviewer in the first instant. Like, tell me about yourself. Whatever you mention about yourself in first question, you need to highlight it. Now, what parameters you can highlight? Please pay attention. You need to highlight your major accomplishment. Like suppose how much experience you have, what are the qualities as a candidate you possess, what are the skill set and competences you hold, what are the various variety of roles you worked, and what are your career aspirations, what are your goals, and how the person will contact you. Everything should be mentioned in about me. And don't mention in just one paragraph. Mention in 3 to 4 paragraphs. But each paragraph should not have more than 4 lines. I repeat, each paragraph should not have more than 4 lines. Otherwise, the person will feel problem in reading lengthy paragraphs. So make sure maximum 4 lines per paragraph and maximum 5 paragraphs you can create with 1000 word limit. But make sure it should be in storytelling mode, because storytelling mode is creating more impact toward the recruiter. Every recruiter will read this about me profile. And the last section is your recommendation. This recommendation will create a credibility on your profile. Like suppose if you worked with any professor for the research project, or suppose you worked in your internship, or you worked with any kind of working professional for life project, or any mentor you worked for any kind of a career guidance, you can get those endorsed on your profile. Because if senior person are giving you recommendation on your profile, it will automatically add credibility. The other person will have a trust on your profile. Definitely they will call you for the interview preparation, and definitely you will get selected, because it will give automatically your assurance that why this person is important for your organization. So if you don't have, get it endorsed at least minimum from 3 different people. That will add more credibility. Now coming to the profile related questions. Now how you can do that? First of all, I would like to tell you how you can approach a person. Suppose if you want to approach a person for getting a job or career guidance, then make sure you should not send blank connection request. Always include personalized note. Always include personalized note. The personalized note includes 300 character. When you are sending a connection request to any person via mobile or via desktop, LinkedIn always asks you to add a note. Always add a note. If you are using desktop, it will always give a pop-up to add a note. But if you are using mobile app, then you need to select a different option, click on more, and then you will get a personalized invite. And mention that particular message. Why you want to connect with that person, mention the reason. Let me show you the sample message, how you can use this. Suppose if you are getting impressed with a person who is, writing a content on daily basis, and you get inspired, then you want to get some sort of learning from that person. So how you can send the connection request? This is the message. You can start with giving a proper gesture. You can mention the first line, which is very common these days, because in the corona world, everybody should be fine in this their best spirits. And whatever the post you read, you need to specify which post you are referring, and you find it insightful. I want to connect with you because I want to learn new skills through your experience. Kindly accept my request, and proper ending. The simple message will make wonders in your life. Let me explain how. Suppose if you send the blank request to 100 professional, out of 100 only 25 will accept it, and out of 25 only 1% will help you in a longer run. But if you include the personalized message to that person, then out of 195 people will accept you, and out of 95 acceptance, 25 people will definitely help you. So your successful rate will be increased automatically from 1% to 25%. So a small message will definitely create big impression in the other person. And don't mention directly that you are chasing the person for internship or job. They will simply deny it. They will not accept it. Just mention that you want to learn something from that particular person. Once you can get connected, then after 2 or 3 exchange of conversations, you can directly highlight your requirement. But don't directly mention in the first message that you want internship, you want job. The other person will not accept it. Especially in this time, they will not accept it, because the persons whom you are connecting, they are already getting thousands of messages in a 1 month. Let me talk about on my own self. I am getting 100 plus messages and 40 to 50 CVs every day. But I will read to those messages only who send the connection request. Now, how to approach other person? If you are want to approach a particular person, then how you can do that? Always include personalized note, which I told you. Make it your message very short, and don't include your common or vague words like, can I pick your brain? Can I have a tea or coffee? These kind of words are not appreciated on this platform, because this is not Facebook or Instagram. You can write anything. Be professional, and it should be to the point words which you are highlighting on your profile. And at least have a clear understanding that the person to whom you are reaching out might be busy in their office hour. So you can directly understand that if you are not getting any response, have patience and follow up after 2 to 3 days, and make sure you should not take gentle follow-ups, and do your own homework about the organization roles and practices. Don't give blunt statement like, this is my CV, please help me to apply for a job based upon my choice. How the other person will know about your choice, which role and which department you are willing to work with the organization? So at least you should have a clarity about organization roles and their practices. Okay, and how you can structure your message, which I show you the message format. It should have a subject, introduce yourself, mention the purpose, and mention the proper entity. And if the person is not replying to you, take follow-up after 2 to 3 working days only. Suppose you send the message on Monday, take follow-up either on Thursday or Friday only. And suppose if you send the message on Thursday, take follow-up on the next Tuesday only. Don't take follow-up after every hour or every minute. Just like you are doing on WhatsApp or other platforms, this is look very awkward. The other person will remove you from their connection request. And refrain from asking unusual favor, like tell me about open position, mail me about the open positions, and please review my CV or cover letter. This is completely unusual favor. First develop the networking and then ask for this particular approach. And please avoid common mistake that you know what you want, you are putting your own agenda first, you are using an awkward tone. Don't mention like this. Don't underestimate their arrogance, and don't write such kind of words. It look very awkward. So be very specific, be professional, and you will automatically get the help from that person.